a keyword like we said, furnish my new office, that's a low buyer intent keyword. And oftentimes, usually, high buyer intent keywords will be target keywords and low buyer intent keywords will be peripheral keywords, but not always. We might have a high buyer intent keyword that's still peripheral. Like someone might type into Google, I need to furnish my new office today, or I need to buy new things for my office today. So they're indicating an intent to buy, but they haven't indicated what thing they want to buy. So it's not a target keyword. It's not going to be saturated. It's not going to be where what all the competitors are diving on like sharks, but it's still a high buyer intent keyword, even though it's peripheral. But ultimately, we want to know what are our high buyer intent keywords and what are our low buyer intent keywords. The very crucial component that we didn't speak about is content and keyword planning. Do you have the right content to target the right keywords? Peripheral keywords need more educational content. Target keywords need sales pages. That's an important rule to remember. If we're popping and we're going to target keywords like furnish my new office and we send them to our site, it would be very, very effective to have pages that could educate the consumer about furnishing their office, not just a sales page that sells office chairs. To be able to cater to that person at the stage of the funnel they're in and to be able to nurture them down the path. For example, Adventure Media is a marketing agency. So if somebody types into Google PPC management company or Google PLA shopping campaign optimization, that's a target keyword and we want that click and we'll send them right to our page that talks about our AdWords management packages. But if someone just types into Google online marketing help or learn more about internet marketing, then we're not really sure where that person is. Now, it might be a really good candidate for us. They might be a good client for us, but we want to send them to a page that has an ebook, that has a case study, that has more educational content that would most likely be more relevant for that person at that time. So that's what we want to do. Peripheral keywords need educational content that will help engage the person with your brand, learn more about the brand, and they will come back when they're ready to buy. So in general, peripheral keywords need more educational content, and targeted keywords needs the sales pages, the product pages, the pages where a person could submit a sales form, so on and so forth. Now, it's not a hard and cold rule, but it's a general rule. Tools we're going to use for keyword planning will be the Google Keyword Planner again. Ubersuggest.org is a really cool tool that we'll take a look at. Microsoft Excel, Google Docs to start organizing and breaking down our keywords by buyer intent, where they are in the funnel, psychological construct, peripheral target. These are going to be important factors to understand before we go ahead and actually launch our campaigns. And keyword organization is a very seamless segue from keyword planning. It's taking all the keywords you want to bid on and organizing them into tightly themed groups of 10 to 25 keywords. Once again, this is not a cold and hard rule, but in general, I like to see no more than 25, 30 keywords in an ad group with a minimum of 10. People might think that isn't it best to have one keyword ad group so you can have extremely tightly knit ad text relating to that exact keyword? The answer is no. Even if you think that it is, in truth, ad groups will perform worse with one keyword in them. Google's algorithms are expecting to see a bunch of keywords in a specific ad group. So 10 to 25 is a sweet spot for the amount of keywords to put in a specific ad group. So aim for that. So organization is we're going to start. If we decided now that we're going to have 3 office chair ad groups instead of just one ad group for office chairs, we might have swiveling office chairs, lumbar support office chairs, and extra padded office chairs. And the keywords in the extra padded ad group will all target people looking for extra padding. The swivel ad group will target keywords and queries for people looking for office chairs that have a swivel base, and the same thing with lumbar support. And the utility of that is that we could both organize ourselves by seeing volume. We could more easily control and edit our bids based on the price range of those different products. And most importantly, we could tailor the ad text to those specific people who are looking for specific characteristics of our chairs. So we're going to start organizing the keywords. We'll now be breaking down the keywords that we chose in our keyword planning and mapping them to our ad groups, 10 to 25 keywords in each ad group. Now, themes can we talk about tightly knit themes, groups of keywords that have a theme. What is a theme? The first thing to remember is right here. Always remember and always make sure to keep your product and services separate. So we definitely want to have a separate ad group for a separate product category. We want to have a separate ad group for office chairs, for file cabinets, for desk accessories, for rugs, for lighting. We want to have separate ad groups off the bat. But we might be able to now further narrow and further target these ad groups into smaller categories, like we spoke about, the lumbar support, the padding, the swivel base. But the themes could take many forms. So it could take the form of the level of the funnel. So we might say that we'll have an ad group for people looking for office chairs that are not indicating that they're ready to buy, that they're kind of indicating that they're ready to buy, and an ad group that they're really indicating that they're ready to buy. And that's a great idea. So funnel level, which is similar to relevance. Relevance is more, are they typing into Google the specific characteristics that we have, which might be weight, it might be product ID, it might be the model number, it might be the make, it might be the brand. You might have different ad groups. If you see that you sell Herman Miller chairs and Steelcase chairs and Knoll chairs, those are 3 popular furniture brands, and you find in your keyword research stage that people are searching for those specific terms, then you might want to have separate ad groups for those specific brands. Buyer intent is a big one. Similar to the level of the funnel, you might want to split up your ad groups by buyer intent, by keywords that are indicating somebody ready to buy. And once again, you could cater your ad group. You can cater the text in your ads to that specific person. And you want to be looking out for needs-based and action words. So needs-based words are people who are indicating a need, an emotional, psychological need for your product or service. People who indicate a need in their search query, like literally using the word need or want or are fast or easy or help. These are people who have an emotional concern and there's an emotional need that needs to be filled, and they're expressing that, which is very powerful. And advertisers should take advantage of that when they can. Action words are like buy, on sale, how do I, or where to. People who are using language to specify a specific action they want to take. And if you could cater to that action, if you're popping and we're selling things, then buy is our action keyword. If I'm a tutorial, if I'm lynda.com and I'm an agency, and how do I is the answer, is the question that I answer. Lynda.com and Udemy and online course academies, they answer the question, how do I? So for them, how do I is their action keyword. If you're a junk car removal, then where do I junk my car? Where do I is my action keyword, as opposed to just junking cars is generic. It's not a buyer intent. It's not the use of an action keyword. Where do I junk my car? Is someone taking the time to express that they are looking for the information that you provide. So keep an eye out for your action keywords, and that's another great way. It's another great way to categorize your keywords by themes. So we have the funnel level, relevance, buyer intent, needs-based, and action words. And as we continue to build our actual pop-in account, we will identify the keywords into the correct category. And once again, in this stage, we're going to use Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, a lot of common sense. We're going to have to think with our own brains. That's what's going to make us special. That's going to make us unique advertisers, is by thinking. And a notebook. Listen, a notebook works. Notebook works great. So that's the 3 stages. We have keyword research, keyword planning, keyword organization. We did not talk about match types yet. This is just conceptual background to building a good keyword list, to getting our campaigns off the ground. We haven't talked about match types yet. And match types is a really important and massive area of the account. Don't forget, keywords and queries, not the same thing. We're going to reiterate this. Keywords are what you choose, what you type in to your account that inform Google which queries, which are what the user typed in, should trigger your ad. Keywords are what you choose that tell Google which queries should trigger an ad impression. Keyword match types coming soon. Once again, remember that keywords are not necessarily just words, they're phrases, they could be sentences, they could be one word, they could be multiple words. We have the 3 sessions. We're going to dive into further information on keyword research in the next chapter. We're going to get into that heavy. Thanks so much for watching. It's been really exciting. I hope you're enjoying the course so far, and we'll see you again soon in the next chapter.